Hi, I'm Lisa Ann Williamson with the Staten Island Advance, and this week's Awe on Video, we're heading west to Paper Mill Playhouse, where the last production of the season is Little Shop of Horrors. We went backstage with the work lights on to talk to the star of the show, Audrey II, the little plant that starts as a potted plant and then grows to over 100 pounds. We also talked to puppeteer and designer Michael Latini.
In relation to just normal hand puppets, she's a complicated puppet. Even the number 1 and number 2 puppet are just hand puppets, so they're as complicated as hand puppets get. Actually, maybe slightly less because you don't actually have arms to work on them, you're just puppeteering a head, which might make it a little easier depending on who you talk to. But the number 3 and the number 4 plant are definitely a lot more complicated than a normal puppet, in the sense that the number 3 plant, you're in a position that normally you'd never be in as a puppeteer. And you're trying to translate what you would usually do in your hand in your whole body. So your legs are also out and visual. So at one point during the song, we have our legs kicking to the beat of the music, but then our lips are talking to the lyrics. So you're doing one rhythm with your arms and another rhythm with your legs. So that's kind of like drumming in a sense, where your arms are doing one thing and your legs are doing another thing. So that gets complicated and it's more of a rhythm game, but then you also have to bring in emotion into the puppet so that you're not just doing motion.
On this plant we have a little pull ring for Seymour to do the wilt of the leaves at the point. And then he sets it down on the desk. I slide my hand in without people seeing, and then I can operate it just like a normal hand puppet. Okay. We got number 2 here. She is actually attached to the jacket, and as you can see, there's a fake arm on her because Seymour actually puppeteers this plant. Puts his hand in the back of a hole in the pod and gets the operator like so. Here is the number 3, which is one of my favorites. Probably my favorite. And she is basically a clamshell puppet. We sit on a seat.
Oh, that's cool.
And they lower her on top. Right hand, left hand on the bottom, and we operate it like that. This pod, as you can see, it's fairly large. It's about 7 feet long and about 6 feet wide. It's made out of fiberglass. So these are the pod heads that after the people are eaten, they become small little pods. The actors just put their heads in here and pop them out for the finale.